And welcome back to the We'll Take It From Here podcast. Another week, another episode. However, first, we are going to bring you our show's sponsor, because this episode is brought to you by Honest Supplements. Now, Joe, what's Honest Supplements? Well, let me tell you. In a world that is plagued by new illness outbreak every other day, it's important to keep your body performing at its best with the right vitamins and supplements. However, these products can get expensive, especially with rising prices all around us. Honest Supplements has resolved that problem. They mark up all products by just $1, saving their members an average of 50% per product. Yes, that means that the protein you're paying $60 for is only $30 on their website. They have everything from vitamins, sports supplements, recovery, weight loss, CBD, and so much more. It costs just $10 a month or $99 for the entire year to join the Honest Supplements Club. Timmy and I are both members and can advocate for the amount of money that you will save. And do we also mention that their all products are third-party lab tested? Because that's the only true way to prove vitamins and supplements actually contain the ingredients that they claim. Don't wait. Go to Honest Supplements right now to join today and start taking better care of your health. And it's right. If you train jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, or just in the gym, you better be taking Honest Supplements. So go to their website, guys. All right. Now it's time for the show. And we're back, folks. So we'll take it from here with Joe and Timmy, episode 173. As you can see, we got someone with us today. But don't worry 1 second. You're listening to a show that'll make you think, entertain you. And we're going on, 173 weeks. Timmy's about to go on vacation. So this is 2 episodes in 1 week, but you're going to get them a week apart because magic. Anyway, without further ado, let's introduce my man, Justin, a.k.a. Jizzle, a.k.a. J Hyde, a.k.a. New Guy, a.k.a. Tonka. Welcome to the show, baby.
Love it. Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me on. Very excited to be here.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Cheers. Yeah. Cheers it up,
dude,
baby.
the last time that we drank on the show, bro, you had to stay a little bit.
Yeah.
No, that was funny shit.
I went on a bit of a rant that day.
That was
so
awesome.
remember I told you I sold my Jeep?
Yes.
I sold it on, have you heard the website Cars and Bids by Justin DeMiro?
No.
The YouTuber Justin DeMiro. All right, I sold my Jeep on there. Everyone go back to episode 169.
Is it like
you mean like 250?
Yeah, 256.
Is it like a marketplace thing? Like eBay?
It's eBay meets Bring a Trailer.
I know Bring a Trailer.
Okay, so they curate the website, and it's an auction website. Go back and listen to the episode if you want all the details. But I had it listed at a 2006 Jeep Wrangler Limited LJ. Pretty good. I had every fucking thing that you could possibly think of for a lifted Wrangler on 35s. Didn't need a single thing. The guy that I sold it to is going off-roading this weekend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's ready to go. It's awesome. But they posted a video and added another LJ for sale with 6 hours left in my bid. And they're like, it's not the same competition because it was the cream of the crop for Jeep Wranglers is the Rubicon edition.
Yeah.
Okay, and then above there, during the time of when my Jeep came out, the movie Sahara came out, and they had the Rubicon Sahara, and they only made 1,000 of them. And that's the one he made a video on and put on the auction website. So, in my opinion, I think almost everyone in the LJ group that I talked to agreed, is that it took away from my LJ look. Like, it made my LJ look like shit.
Yeah.
Because that's the unicorn. It's like Eleanor from Gone in 60 Seconds. Like, it doesn't matter what else is on the list. That's on the list, so that's all people care about.
Eleanor, I love that. That's a great movie.
So, like, it's not that... And I had 0 bids the last day. 0. The bid I got was, like, 4 days into the auction.
Did you put a reserve on?
No, the whole thing is no reserve. And, like, it sold for 9. My bare minimum was 10. So, I'm like, whatever. I'm moving on. I'm done with it.
Yeah.
But I was pissed off. So, the last time we were here, I got a little drunk.
That was great.
Getting some steam off.
Dude, that was a wild night. That was not only a fun episode, but it was just wild. Like, we went going eating, and then that dude who fucking met up.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That was bad.
That dude got kicked out of the bar.
Yeah, that was bad. I don't even fucking want to remember that. So, but anyway, that's how I knew you two would be good, because there was a time when we were at work and we were getting lunch, and this was about the time where the helicopter. I had to tell it.
This makes me look bad. Just
no. Justin's a very, very good dude who has a great heart. You'll learn this episode, but I have to bust his chops. So this was after the helicopter hit the plane in DC, the Black Hawk helicopter.
Oh yeah. Oh wow.
So so this is we're in the lunchroom and they have the news on.
That's happened already this year.
Yo, dude, the boats are coming up to find the people, and we're just watching the TV, and all of a sudden I just hear Honda. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he goes, oh, the motors on those boats are Honda. That
doesn't make it look bad.
No, it doesn't make it look bad at all. It was just funny.
That's a car guy.
Yes. But this is where we got, did you have the nickname Tonka before or after that? I think it was before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a boat guy.
Oh, okay.
I'm a boat guy. My brother, my uncles, they're car guys. But I'm a boat guy.
You know what?
That makes more sense now with why you're calling out the motors.
How'd you become a boat guy?
Interesting you asked me. This was actually something that I was going to tell you this morning, which I didn't because I knew this question would come up, and it goes back. Okay, I'll give you the story. So my dad and my uncles grew up. It's boats in a specific brand as well. They grew up as kids going to Cape Cod for the summer. Mm-hmm. Their hometown neighbors had a house there, and every summer they'd be able to go up for like 2 weeks. Spent some time there, and he had a 17-foot Boston whaler, which they would just put in a slip.
They're known for being unsinkable.
Yo, dude, I knew you two were gonna fucking be good. I knew it. You guys know more.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah.
So anyways, every year they'd go up with their kids, 12, 13, 14. They're all like 2 years apart, and their neighbors would just give them the keys and say, here's the boat, it's in the slip, take it away, blah, blah, blah. So they found their love for boats there on a Boston whaler. Fast forward, when my dad and my one uncle were in their 20s, they rented a shore house in Long Beach Island for a decade. Fucking piece of shit dump. That piece of crap house. Piece of crap house that they just had an awesome time. Kept the dirt bikes in the kitchen. They all rode bikes. They had five Kawasaki 250 dirt bikes in the kitchen, and they'd have a slip that they water ski. They had a time. Anyways,
living the dream. How old were they when they were doing this?
It was from when they were like 21 to 31. It was like
wow.
It was a decade.
That's what you call living the dream.
May to October, they were all like broke.
That's living.
Literally, and they will all tell you that's the most fun I've ever had in my entire life.
Yeah, you had just enough responsibility where you can pay for shit.
Literally,
just
they took out credit cards.
Fuck it, I'll deal with it later in life.
Yeah, I mean they're all doing great now. Yeah. So it's like you look at it, they're like, how did you guys survive? But anyways, my love for boats was basically passed down to me. And I'm a big boat guy now. Just purchased a boat recently.
What boat?
Boston whaler.
Nice.
And it comes full circle.
Yeah.
So, and you like Mercury engines, right?
Yamaha.
Yeah.
You weren't listening. What the fuck?
But are you the one now just trying to argue?
What? Yeah. No, I'm busting his chops.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But no, I grew up on boats my whole life. Mm-hmm. I've loved them. And the thing about boats, which it's not just like, okay, yeah, everybody likes going on a boat. But when I really think about this, is what I was going to tell you earlier. It's not just the boat. It's like, I was thinking about this. It's like 1% of the population, like, owns a boat, or maybe less. Think about it. Like, you probably know, 3-4 guys who probably own a boat or, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, that 1% now has access to, like, another... more experiences. They can go on the lake. They can go, pull up on a side beach and just hang out with your friends and nobody's around. And it's like another freedom that people with boats have.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's why I think I like them so much.
Yeah. Boats are sick, dude.
I mean, you got a boat too. I'm the odd man out here.
Well, don't your parents have a boat?
Yeah, my parents have a 32-foot So
damn.
they sleep on it down the shore. So my dad grew up in Toms River sailing his whole life.
Oh wow.
So when I grew up, we always had boats. We had jet boats to start. The first one was like one of the first tiny jet boats that came out. It was like 16 foot long. It was tiny. We would go out on it, and then my dad would drop off my older brother and my mom, and we just go rip it real quick before putting on the trailer. And it basically is like a big jet ski. We go find the biggest wakes and go jump it. And then we got it was a fucking lake boat, but this thing flew if it was flat out. Like it flew. It was a 21-foot bow rider jet boat, big block Chevy, and it was so much fun.
Probably loud too.
And then they got a Corsair, which was an Italian boat. So most boats, when you drive in a car, steering wheel's on the left. Most boats, steering wheel's on the right, except for the center consoles. The Corsair, I think that's what it's called. It was on the left side because it was from Italy.
No
feels
shit.
weird. Probably feels weird.
It's like normal but weird at the same time. Yeah. So we had that was like a 23-footer, and then we sold that. My parents sold that when we were in college, and then 3 years ago they bought. My parents were getting ready to start getting ready for retirement, and they like going down the shore, but shore houses are fucking expensive. So they found a boat. The guy was going through a bad divorce or something and moving, and he got a steal of a deal. It was like $20,000 off the price. It was 32. It was like 32-footer, I think. It sleeps 6 or 7.
Oh yeah.
It's got a king size bed with the sofa. Yeah. But they have that down at one of the yacht clubs.
That's fucking.
And
sick.
for the cost for the yacht club for the years, less than you pay in taxes for a shore house.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that's also what my dad always talks about that because, I mean, we love LBI, but it's fucking million. Can I curse on this show?
Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I just said fuck like 15 times. You're good.
It's $1 million a lot for a freaking Cape Cod.
Yeah.
That's the size of fucking half this table.
Yeah.
And it's like a piece,
You basically have to rent out
Yeah.
things or be loaded.
Yeah.
Loaded to have a shithole.
You got to buy the lot for $1 million. You got to bulldoze it. You got to put up a $500,000 plus house, and then you're in it for whatever. But that's the way to go
Yeah.
because a slip is a fraction of the cost,
Yeah.
and that's a slip. If you own a slip, you could rent a slip for a couple grand a year.
Yeah, I think.
You pay you $1,000 for utilities.
I think it's
or whatever.
$5,000.
Not bad.
I don't remember exactly. It's $5,000 for the year, which includes them taking the boat out and winterizing it.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nothing.
Yeah, I'm not going to say what marina it is, but it's one of the nicest marinas there. It's
That's
one of the 2 marinas that didn't get fucked up from Sandy.
Wow.
No shit.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Was that just by like pure
where
luck or
where its location is? It's kind of tucked away and very protected.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Dude, they do like happy hour all the time. They have bands there. It's cool.
That's the best, bro.
But it's also where it is. You're far enough away from the main bay down there, so it's like kind of private. It's quiet, but you have like the environment. It's cool. My parents have a bunch of friends. All the it's like the dorm mates. Everyone in the other slips.
Boat mates, dude. You know what's best about going on the boat? Like, especially, I mean, my experience being on the boat is only at Lake Opakon, which is fine. But it's nice when you go there and you're like, you're I don't know, jumping in, you dock, right?
Yeah.
You anchor, you jump in the freaking lake, you get out, you do change on the boat, right? Then you take it, and then you dock, you go up, get a drink, come back. Come on, you can't beat that, bro.
It's living.
Can't.
Yeah.
Can't
It's a
fucking beat
blast.
that. I remember when my mom was, because the stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
Always stereotypes about like, oh, don't get a boat. Your favorite day is the day you buy it and the day you sell it, right?
Yeah,
It's just a hole in the wall. It's the hole in the water you throw money at.
Right, dude. Like my mom was
they are
telling me.
not particularly wrong,
Yeah.
but
No, there's definitely money that gets spent. Absolutely. But I remember my mom was, because she wanted to do it, and she was like, all these people are telling me that. I'm like, Mom, fuck that. I'm like, we're gonna have some fun with this. Took it out almost every fucking weekend.
if you use it,
It's worth it.
Yes.
It's totally worth it. If you don't use it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
and it just, I don't know if I'll ever have the money to even buy a brand new boat, but it's not even worth it. You buy the brand new boat. Let's just say $500,000. You buy like a.
Yeah, you're getting a good boat on that one.
Let's say you're
Depends
buying.
on what kind of boat.
Yeah.
Because you can get a shitty fucking wakeboard boat starts at $500.
No.
I'm just saying as an example.
Yeah, no,
Like,
they get ridiculous.
You buy
Maybe
a
I'm
35 foot,
exaggerating, but yeah.
a 35 foot Boston Whaler brand new. Let's say it's $500,000. In a year, it's going to be worth $300. Not even.
Yeah.
Yeah,
literally-
depreciation. No, for sure.
it depreciates so much. That's why it's better to just wait 2 years. If you're gonna buy a new boat, buy one like 2 years old.
And you and your girl were doing work on the boat, right? Like you were like doing fucking. Weren't you like carving shit out and doing extra work on it?
That was this weekend.
That's fucking. That's sick. See, when you're handy enough to do your own maintenance.
So I'll tell you a little backstory. So I bought a boat a couple weeks back. I got a really good deal for it. I had a 13-foot Boston Whaler for a couple years, and it's so bouncy in the summer that it's, me and my brother and my girlfriend, everybody's on it. We're like, it's like you're taking a beating. If it's 11 a.m. on Saturday at Lake Apacon, can't go on the boat. It's that bad.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's bad.
It's like anything.
It's small.
Yeah, you gotta
Probably fit in this room.
Yeah, no, literally, probably fit in the couch.
Yeah.
You gotta pick and choose your battles when to go out.
That's an early morning boat.
Oh yeah, but it's great.
Yeah.
When it's great, it's great. You can water ski off it. It's a tiny ass boat. It weighs nothing. But we were like, okay, it's time to go. And there's a market for them, so we sold it. Got a good price for it. And then I have another boat in Virginia, which was my girlfriend's grandfather's.
That's awesome.
It was interesting. Excuse me. So I've been going out with her for a couple years, and like by the second year, I went to college in Virginia, JMU. Shout out, Deuce. Let's go, Deuce.
I have a buddy that went there. I don't know if he ever finished.
I've seen that before, but I'd pass her because her grandfather was local, so we'd always pass her house, and there's this boat in the yard. I'm like, yo, what is under that tarp? Like, I gotta see what's under that tarp. So I ended up going there one day, and I was like, hey, like, what do you got? Can you like show me like what your boat is? Because I was thinking like, how sick would it be to be in college, have a boat, go to class on the weekends, take your fucking boat out, take your girl out, take your buddies. So he's like, why don't you come over next Wednesday? After class, I'll show you. I'm like, all right, fuck it.
If you say so.
So I go over, and it had the motor that I thought was on it, which I was like, if it has this, I gotta buy it. And he hasn't used it in 10 years.
Yeah.
So got a good price for it. My brother, shout out Spence. He went through like the whole motor, redid a bunch of stuff, carburetor, spark plugs, blah, blah, blah. Easy stuff. I put a new gas tank in it. Basically, I revived it and used it for the last 2 years of college.
That's awesome. What kind of boat was this?
It was a bass boat.
Okay.
And now I'm selling that too because I don't need it anymore. And it needs some more work, and I don't want to put any money into it.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense. Fuck yeah, dude.
You got use out of it. That's awesome. No, yeah, having a boat in college, man.
Yeah, it's good.
Bro, you know what I noticed about you? You're very adventurous. You're adventurous because not a lot of people are going to go out by their own boat, right? Especially at a young age like you, right? I know that was passed down to you from your dad and uncle, but still, like that takes like a lot of balls. So, you know what? Let's get into it now because I know you from work. And we've bullshit a lot, but tell me, let's get. I want the backstory of who Justin Hyde is. Yeah, go as far back as you want, because I feel like there's something there that makes you the way you are. And it's a good thing, by the way.
Let me think on that, Mr. McGowan.
Mr. McGowan.
I don't know, like.
Well, where'd you grow up? Let's start there, man.
All right, good question. So I grew up in Chester.
Nice.
Off State Park Road. We literally just sold a house, but I was there for 23 years. Went to Mendham. I went to Black River Middle School. Start there. Started wrestling in third grade, which I think is a lot to my personality and the way I approach life.
I did not know it was that
third
long.
grade.
Third grade.
Oh yeah, I started in third grade. Wrestled all up until college. So
Did you wrestle in college too?
I was gonna. I had a bad concussion my senior year.
That will do it.
I
did too.
I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do this. It's not worth it.
Yes.
But I fucking miss it every day. Every day I think about it.
You can always go back to it.
I can. I just think about. I don't know.
Just go tag along with Joe.
There's two guys that you may or may not be looking at right now who do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu that you could do that with, where there's a lot of wrestlers who go there to learn how to grapple outside of wrestling. I'm just saying you may or may not.
I've thought about it. I don't want to get injured again. The book's not.
Hold on a second. Wait. How bad of an injury was this?
It was pretty rough.
Do you mind going through it? Like, does it like bother you to relive it or?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it too much.
Okay.
But
it was a bad concussion.
Yeah. It was like a 5-month recovery. It was.
God damn. Okay. Yeah. So that's heavy. That's heavy.
Yeah. It was pretty.
Well, if you ever feel like you want to dip your toes back in the water, I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years now, and I've been off the mats a decent amount. and I mean a decent amount, I mean no longer than a month a year, if that. Yeah. And I've had some small injuries, and I had a really bad concussion my senior year too.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was extended yours, but it took a long. It was probably about 6 months before I was back to normal.
Yeah, that's about what it was.
But it wasn't debilitating. But it's a safe environment if you ever wanted to go back.
No, I've definitely thought about it.
Anyway, so go on. So back concussions beginning of your college.
I'm all good. It got tested.
Right.
We're good.
Yeah.
I'm not retarded. So.
I hope your baseline's not Joe.
Me and this kid get along real well because I think we're sort of similar in personality. But keep going.
But yeah, so wrestled my whole life. Played baseball too, up until high school.
Excuse me.
Travel, all that stuff. But I always loved wrestling. The main part of it was just because like I can't have a coach tell me that. In most cases. Like if I'm better than the guy at my weight, it's my spot. I can't have a coach say, you know what, I think Joe's better at tight end. We're going to start Joe for every game of the season, and Joe can sit on the bench and blah blah blah. I just never liked that. I always liked I'm going to get what I earn. Going to practice, do extra work, get better, go to off season, go to club, do the extra work, and then you're going to reap the
You control your own destiny.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
You don't have to worry about someone else's ego or whatever coaching strategy.
So I got into that. It was actually kind of funny how I got into wrestling. I was good friends with a buddy, and I was actually taking hockey lessons when I was in third grade. I was doing skating lessons, and all of a sudden my trainer, Eric, still remember him. We used to skate at Aspen Ice right off.
Yeah, I remember that.
He just like was like, I'm moving, I'm out of here. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then it was like a couple weeks before the season started, and my one buddy was like, yo, you should come to wrestling practice with me. I'm like, all right, sure, I'll try it. And then I just... never left. And then it was weird. I never played hockey. It was like, I'm doing wrestling now, whatever. So did that, and I think that's where I got my personality, just the grittiness, but I've always been a people's person. I think I get that from my dad. He's a very people's person.
Okay, so basically growing up with you absorbed it like a sponge, right? Oh, yeah. Seeing how he reacts or interacts, I should say, with people. Yeah, because he must be really lively, and I mean that like obviously.
No, he is.
Yeah, because you are too. You bring like a nice spark to the team when you walk in, so it's good.
That's what I try to do, because like I think a day is wasted if you don't, at least start it with a positive attitude.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this so many times, but it's like, what's the fucking point? You want to be miserable all day long?
Because it's like,
why?
I just see people. Like I always people watch. Like I'm very. If I know you and I'm friends with you, I'm gonna be the first. Hey, buddy, Tim, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like I'm always like that, but I also just people watch and like, why are some people in the positions that they're in? And I don't want to be a person that just goes through the motions. If something's not working for me, I'm going to go get the next best thing. I don't want to be complacent. It's just like, that's just my whole attitude in life. I'm just always trying to do my best, and I don't know if I'm getting anywhere with that, but
no. So when you do people watch, right, you say you like to see how people got to the positions they're in, which is good. It's inquisitive mind. Are you able to boil it down to a certain thing for some people? You don't have to go into like anyone in specific, but based off of what you see when you people watch, is there like a common denominator that makes people the way they are?
I don't know.
I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to ask. I don't think I portrayed it well.
Theme of why people are like,
whether it's positive or negative, right? Why?
I don't know. I don't even know if it's that. I think body language tells a lot about a person, and when I see people carry themselves a certain way, I honestly like feel bad for some people, because like I wish they had like a spark to life and like a drive, and it's like I feel bad for that person who's stuck in that place, who might not feel like they can get out of it. It's just I don't know.
What's the body language of someone who loses their spark?
Just like this, just moping around like.
And for those of you who might not be watching on the YouTube, shoulders down,
slump shoulders,
slumped shoulders, slumped face.
The face just looks heavy.
Yeah.
And like part of me, which I think I'm so happy, it's like part of me would go up to that person and be like, "Hey man, what's going on? Like, hey, how you doing?"
That would definitely be you. Yeah.
That's
it's
me.
good. It's nice. It's good.
Like I'm always trying to uplift others. I'm always trying to encourage others. I'm always trying to be a good person, and I think that's hopefully it'll come back to me in life. Just being a good person, just being a good person, trying to do the right thing. I don't know.
Well, I think it does come back to you. I mean, from what I see in everyday interaction with you, I think there are some good things that come. When on the phones, people want to have a conversation with you, right? You bring that out in people, which is a good thing. So, and I'm not just talking about work. Even outside of work, I don't know you too well outside of work, right? This is actually the first time we're hanging out outside of work. So I'm sure it does, and if it hasn't, it'll come back. You know what I mean? Like it has to.
No,
if you believe it will. If you don't believe it will,
that's right. We had a long conversation.
We had a very long conversation about that.
A great conversation.
Yeah, it's actually a good one. That was a conversation we were having in the parking lot at work. We were taking a break. I think it was like a lunch or something, or we're taking a midday break. And I could have stayed out there for another 2 hours. Yeah. I could have literally stayed out there for another 2 hours.
But you got to make those calls.
Yeah, make those calls, baby.
Smile and dial, baby.
Smile.
It's so cliche, though. I hate. You know what?
It is, but.
It is, but it's like
it's kind of what you gotta do.
But I'd be like, I can't be like a robot. I'm not gonna like, hey, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like
the main storyline was manifesting.
Yes.
Being positive and thinking you're going to achieve something, and then you will achieve eventually what you manifest.
100%. Visualization, speaking into you, can't give up. Can't give up, baby. I love that. That's right. I think that's that wrestling in you, man.
Yeah,
it is, bro. Because you know what? I've gotten the shit kicked out of me so many times. There's always somebody. Excuse me. There's always somebody bigger, better, stronger, smarter, faster.
Someone's gonna have your number no matter what.
Oh yeah.
And know what's funny is just because they have your number doesn't mean someone doesn't have their number that you can beat.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The MMA math doesn't work. Wrestling math. Like if I beat you and you beat Joe, that doesn't mean Joe can't beat me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
It's funny wrestling. Like some guy could beat in a round robin tournament, for example. Like even when we were kids, I'd beat Joe. Joe would beat you. You beat me, and it's like we're all beating each other. It's like who's the best?
And it's So,
well, it goes to show you that no matter if you win, like in whatever, if you got to win that day, show up the next day with the same or better attitude, same or better mentality, so you get that win again, because you might lose the next day. Yeah. And also, if you lose one day, the next day might pop off, right? In anything. So it's all about that mindset. And I know it's so cliche, and I know everyone at it. Exactly. Everyone's probably like, oh, you talk about this all the time. There's a reason why I make this a point where I try to force feed it, even though last episode was sort of that way. But
I don't think so.
No, it wasn't force fed. It's I wanted to talk about it. But it's always important, and it's very important to recognize, like, the autopilot thoughts that you aren't aware of that happen, that could bring you down.
Yeah.
Right? It's crazy.
For sure.
No, for sure.
Absolutely. I had a question. I forget what it was, though. Damn it.
Why do we always do this, bro?
There's something about wrestling.
What about it? About something that maybe he learned from it, or
I don't know.
What'd you wrestle at? Let's do that.
Freshman year, 126, broke my ankle, my fourth match. Dude, out for the season.
Bro, you are like the epitome of facing adversity. Sorry. All right, so 126, broke your ankle.
And then 138 the rest of my next 3 years. Nice. Cut a lot of weight my senior year.
God damn. Yeah, what do you walk around at?
Right now, I'm 182.
All right.
I'm a little chubby. I really should be walking around 170.
All right, but still, that's 12 pounds. Nothing.
170 now. Granted, we're all full grown adults, not 17 anymore. But how many pounds were you cutting senior year?
Senior year, I was 160, cutting 138.
That's still a lot, dude. That's fucking 20. Yeah, that's a lot, bro. But that wasn't majority water weight, right?
It was probably 5 pounds of fat. It wasn't a lot.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, that's still a tough cut, no matter what.
It was wild. It was rough. But I would space it out. I have like a 4-day cut, so I'd practice with sweats and shit. And basically, the day before the match, I'd be 4 pounds over. I'd sweat out 3. I'd be a pound over after practice. I'd drink water. I'd lose a pound during my sleep. And then I'd lose a pound drifting during the day. Wouldn't eat.
Damn.
Or I'd have a PB&J, which was 0.2 ounces. So I'd have that at lunch just to give me something, because it's so light. Like, it's a really light PB&J. And then that'd give me a little energy, weigh in at like 4 or 5. match at 7, so I got 2 hours to just rehydrate, chill, eat, warm up.
That's always the toughest thing too. Is I've only done maybe 3 or 4 weight cuts with jiu-jitsu, and most of the time we could do day before weigh-ins. But
that's so nice.
Yeah, it is. There was one time last minute day of decided to compete, and I was like 2 pounds over of what they allowed, and I'm like in the parking lot with the heat on, fully covered, just spitting, and I had nothing left. I'm like, dude, I got like 1 pound. Like, why does it make a difference at this point? Like,
that's terrible,
like, whatever, don't worry about it.
That's terrible, bro.
Yeah, but so I don't have to deal with the 2 hour, but like when you're coming off that, even with the day before, you can't eat really after. You may be able to, you get your fluids in, and then like you're kind of full from that, so you want to eat, but you can't. And then if you only have 2 hours, you don't want to bloat yourself where you can't fucking move because you're digesting.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's also like if I was first match, you gotta account for your food. You gotta hydrate, because if you don't hydrate, you're gonna cramp. You're gonna be fucked. But if I was 138, so usually they'd pick out of a hat. If I'd be the last match, then I get another hour 20 minutes to eat, hydrate, rest. I don't have to do crazy warm ups. You know, I could space it out, but no, if I was first match, then goldfish, vanilla, actually, it's funny. A friend from high school recommended. You ever had Glutino vanilla pretzels?
No, what
they're gluten-free pretzels. I sound like a freaking. Trust me, they're fire. They're like the best pretzels.
Are those like the normal, like not the stick pretzels, the normal pretzel shapes that are like dipped in like vanilla coating or something? Oh, those are fire.
They're like $9 like a bag of like 4.
What are these called?
Really?
I gotta look this up.
I think it's Glutino.
Dude, was that your gas, bro?
But dude, I'd have water. I'd have watered down Gatorade for like electrolytes, and then I'd have goldfish, pretzels, and then like half a PBJ, just straight carbs.
Yeah, dude, fuck yeah. Dude, you probably gained back like a solid 5-10 pounds.
Yes.
Yeah, those are fucking. I've never had that brand.
I'll post this up.
I've never had Glutino, that brand.
They're dude.
Yeah, gluten-free pretzels.
Yeah,
that's fucking dope.
Legit.
Yo,
can't have that gluten while you're digesting before a match.
I'll eat as much gluten as you can put in front of me, but there's something about these pretzels that I had. I was like, holy shit, they're fire.
There was, and I'm not too versed in this, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. There was a lot of like, I guess it was like a phase where people were talking about how when you cut weight at that age for wrestling, it's actually insanely unhealthy.
Oh yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I agree with him.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen kids. When I was in 8th grade, I had a friend who we were doing weigh-ins before a state qualifier, like the state tournament in youth, and me and a buddy had to drag him. He couldn't walk. He was so dehydrated. It was like, this is not right. We shouldn't be doing this. He crashed, cut, and we had a coach that was interesting. But anyways,
it's being polite, I guess.
Anyways, I still remember the weight class. He was wrestling 98 pounds. I fucking remember that. And he made weight. We got back to the car. It was like a celebration in the Suburban in the parking lot. We're like, yeah, Union High School.
I think that's where I did my weight cut for the jiu-jitsu competition. I think that's where it was.
No shit.
I'm sorry. 98 pounds for a high schooler?
Middle school. Did I say high school?
Yeah, you said
it was 8th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Union High School. Sorry, but it was a middle school wrestling.
Yeah,
it was in middle school. I definitely could have said high school.
No. You said maybe the tournament was at Union High School.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it is. All right. I was about to say 98 pounds for a high schooler is pretty fucking small.
Still 8th grade. Yeah.
Damn.
Yep. Weight cuts, man.
But anyways, yes, I do think that if you do it the wrong way, it stunts your growth. But honestly, like my senior year too, like I definitely cut a lot of weight, but I also did it in a good way. Like I started my scale down like 2 months before the season. So like fall, I'd be running a lot, doing a lot of workouts, get my cardio up, blah, blah, blah. So when I came into the season, I'd be like 150, 152.
Yeah,
so I'd lost like
you weren't doing
8 to 10 pounds. Yeah. Which wouldn't be bad because then the rest would come off quick.
Yeah. So you did it in a smart way. I feel like people who
as
probably
smart as I could.
yeah.
The problem is too is especially wrestling between like 6th grade and high school is you hit puberty, so you get these growth spurts, and you can't control that at all.
No.
And then if you grow 3 inches, man, you're getting 10 pounds, 15 pounds right there at least.
In my family, I'm the tallest. I'm 5'6.5".
No shit.
A half, 5'6.5".
The half matters, baby. The half
My
matters.
brothers, my one brother, he's no way he's 5'4". He's probably 5'3". Mm-hmm. My other brother's probably 5'4", 5'5".
Okay.
I'm the tallest. My dad's 5'4". My mom's 5'2". My other cousins on my dad's side of the family, they're short. They're 5 feet, 5'2".
All right. Yeah.
And then my mom's side, they're taller, but my family's short as hell, dude. That's what I'm saying.
No, I think it's
So
funny.
you weren't having those growth spurts like some of those other teammates.
I got the 5'6", and by
You're like,
freshman
cool,
high
I'm
school,
done.
I'm like, this is the best
I'm
thing
done.
ever.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember one of my friends, my best friend. He's 6'2", and in 5th grade, I was taller than him, and then I never was ever taller than him ever again. He just had a growth spurt.
Damn, 6'2".
See, sometimes sometimes people are fucking like I'm convinced that they just put something in the food. I don't know. They just I'm convinced they put something in the food.
Well, they're putting stuff in the food, but
Oh no, they're putting. Oh, we could definitely go down that road. They definitely put, what were we talking about? Were we talking about this today or yesterday? No, we were talking about the seed oil. Da-na-na.
oh yeah,
Seed oil, bro. Canola oils.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh,
I'm gonna have canola
seed oil
oil.
suck. They're fucking poisoning us. We all know
Yeah,
it.
my wife hates me because I just nonstop rant. She just glasses over every time I
You
bring
know
it
what?
up.
You know what? At the end of the day, they're in everything. They're probably in our freaking drink for God.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like
Corn
honestly,
syrup.
if I wanted to, yeah. Well, let's see, high fructose corn syrup.
They don't have
Years
ingredients on these.
21. Oh, you have to be 21 plus to drink this, guys.
It's on the box. I don't think it's on the container.
Shake well. Well, we didn't shake. So.
No.
Why the fuck would
Although
you
I
shake
will
something
say-
carbonated?
Did you see that Buffalo Wild Wings? I think Shake Shack or Steak and Shake. Not sure which one. And another
I
big
think it's
brand.
Steak and Shake.
Or
Beef tallow. Yeah, I didn't know Buffalo Wild Wings was. The wing quality may not be good, but at least it's beef tallow.
Yeah, but
You know,
I fuck with some B-dubs.
they went downhill. They have.
They're just mediocre.
yeah,
Right.
at best. They're like a 5.
All right, so then hold on. Then
They're a
What do you-
chain wing place.
Yes,
That's all it
thank
is.
you.
Okay. What's your? I want each one of you. What's the top wing place ever? Any chain or that you've been to?
I have one wing place that I like, and that's Sharky's in Boonton.
Sharky's has
But
good
I'm also
wings.
jaded because I work there.
Sharky's has good wings. I've
I
had the
worked there
ones
when
in
they started.
Clifton. I had the one in Clifton. Good. What would you say?
See, like when I get wings, Old Mill Tavern in Chester is absolutely fire.
Old Mill Tavern.
Edmond Road, State Park Road.
Past
Allsteeds.
going toward Long Valley, past the center of town.
Yes, on your right hand side.
On your right-hand
You pass-
side.
You pass Allsteeds on your left.
Oh, we
You
spoke
come down
about
that
this.
hill.
Is this the pool bar area?
No, that's Bernie's.
Oh, Bernie's. Okay.
Hey, we definitely gotta go.
We gotta go there. Yeah.
You would fucking love it, dude.
Yeah.
But when I just feel wings, I mean they're good wings, local wings.
Even better than the wings down JMU. How good were college fucking hammered wings?
That's yeah, you can't compete with that. No, but it's not the wings, it's the fucking fat sandwiches in college.
Yes, but you also don't want to wake up. That's a horrible next day.
I don't give a fuck. And when I was see, my college didn't have fat sandwiches. I went to go visit my brother. He went to Scranton, Pennsylvania. And so the final season office is when he was in college, so it was a big thing. But they had this truck, dude. The name of this truck is ridiculous. It was called the Meaner Wiener.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow, you're getting
That
fucking-
meaner.
you're getting
Yeah,
dogs.
But dude, it was fat sandwiches out the wazoo. These things were fucking huge, and that was like, okay, cool. You only got a half. You did not need a full.
Dog.
If you got a full, you're a fat piece of shit. Because this was everything you could think of, but they're fucking
9 pounds of grease.
Yeah, yeah. You woke up the next day like, I don't know if you're hungover from the alcohol or from the food, but
Yeah, but hold on though.
oh, dude, that
Just
shit
bricks,
slaps.
Bricks in
Yeah.
your stomach.
Oh, that's the worst. And you're waking up and you're sleeping throughout the night. You keep constantly
You
waking
fall
up.
asleep
You're
with
like,
the sandwich still in your mouth.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus,
fall asleep with
fall
that
out of
wiener in your mouth.
Oh.
Tell us more, Joe.
That's what he-
Apparently you
we
did.
all know where his reminds me.
I said sandwich.
Sandwich. Fuck, dude. Oh
There
man.
was this one place in college that delivered pizza till 3 a.m.
Damn.
It was 2 or 3. I'm pretty sure it was 3.
I hope they.
It was at least 2. I know it was
You
at
gotta
least 2.
pay over the phone.
Oh yeah. Hey, can I get a fucking pizza? Can I get a fucking pizza? You know, but Yeah, that's
I would love to
Give me your credit card number, then yes.
credit card number. Let me get it.
Yo, and it's like, oh my god, I wish I saw you. I wish I saw you fucking ordering hammered over the fuck. That'd be so funny.
I get when I drink, I immediately need like when I'm bombed by the end of the night, I'm like, where's the nearest food spot?
All right, what's your go-to drunk food?
Dude, I'm a pizza guy.
I was gonna say, how is it
I'm a
not
carb-
pizza?
I'm a carb
How is it
guy.
not pizza?
I'm a carb guy.
How could it not be? Let's see. Pizza for sure. How about wings? How about fucking sandwiches?
Wings
I'm
are
gonna
too much.
You just said
I'm gonna
fucking
choke on a
sandwiches.
Yeah. So that place also did have a dollar slice pizza too, which was they were okay. The pizza was okay, but it was dollar slice.
But dude, you know what?
Dollar slice
yeah,
pizza?
but sometimes dollar slice pizza hits.
Well, dollar slice pizza is the best because it doesn't matter how hungry you just keep going to get more.
That's true.
And you don't get 5. Okay, give me 2. Okay, let me get one more. Okay, let me get one more.
I'm
And
in
you
it
just
for
keep going.
$4.
Yeah.
Bro, me and Billy Van Dyke. Billy Van's been on the show a couple times. I forgot the episode numbers, but when he came on,
365.
yeah, episode 1500. So Billy and I, after Larry's fight in the city, we went, and as we were catching the bus, we decided to stop at this fucking dollar pizza joint, which is really like $2 slices, fucking rip off. But they were so good. They fucking slapped, bro.
Yeah.
They're so fucking good.
I don't know how they
And you
make it for
definitely
$1.
know, you're like, what is behind this counter? It's in the city. You don't trust that shit, but it was so good.
You gotta
So
eat
good.
it. Dirty water dogs, baby. New York City.
water.
Dude, we were talking about that today at work.
No
Were you
shit.
actually?
Yes, I don't know why. We were waiting. Someone had to restart the computer on a Teams call, and we got like 5 people, 6 people in the office, and then like another 4 or 5 people on the Teams call. We were talking about dirty water dogs, and like my coworker uses the rotating like 7-Eleven hot dog cooker for brats. That's how he cooks his brats. Yeah. And then we talk about dirty water dogs,
Brats.
and the person's like, and we're like, oh, sorry, we don't have the Teams chat up with the video. They're like, no, that's okay. I think I can picture what a hot dog is.
Yeah.
I don't know why we were talking about it, though.
Brats. Damn. That's like fucking
When
really
I-
German.
When I think of dirty water dogs, I think of my grandpa. When I was a kid, my grandpa's a foodie. He lives in Morris Plains. He's too much of a foodie sometimes. I'm like, Gramps, fucking chill, dude. You don't need ice cream. It's 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yo,
But anyways,
let's go, Gramps. 11
Yeah,
a.m.
we
ice
were-
cream.
Let's
we
do
were-
it.
Oh yeah, we went.
I'll be there.
We, went-
I'll be there in 2 days.
we actually went to whatchamacallit, Tiff's in Morris
Yeah,
Plains
yeah.
over the weekend. Ordering the freaking double decker, whatever brownie sundae. I was like, dude, come on. Anyways, dirty water dogs. It was a childhood thing. We'd go into the city with like my family, and he'd be like, "We have to stop at a stand for dirty water dog." And he was right. They're the best hot dogs.
Yeah.
That water is probably 8 months old and never been changed ever, but it's gonna be a fire hot dog.
Yeah, you know what, dude? If you see a Sabrett stand, chances are it's going to be very good. Chances are it'll be very good. All right. So we went off on a tangent, but this show is about tangents. And by the way, we want to know what your favorite dirty water dogs or favorite food is or favorite drunk food is. Comment below. So, wrestler, you did some baseball. You had some injuries, right? You learned a lot through that. Cutting weight, going through that war. College, right? What made you choose JMU? Why Virginia? What happened there?
Yeah. Good question. So, in the heart of college decision making, it was COVID. So
No.
my senior year was 2020 of high school. I got fucked, dude. No senior prom. No, I mean we had a graduation, but it was like in the middle of June. They put the chairs 6 feet apart, which we all know was
Okay,
complete.
now I feel
crap.
old as fuck, first off. Second of all, man, that fucking sucks.
It sucked.
That's brutal.
It was horrible. I vividly remember I was in. I'll get there. I vividly remember my senior year. I was in the library. My English teacher was the man, and he actually lives like a mile from me. I actually just dropped dumbbells off at his house yesterday
go.
because he was walking past and like, you getting that exercise in? He's like, yeah, I need some dumbbells. I'm like, I got you. So, anyways, I was in the library and I was talking to him. And he's a patriot. He's a really, really great guy. He tends to think about things in a logical way. And I was like, what do you think about all this stuff going on? I'm like, what do you think? He's like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I was like, come on, dude. Like, we're going to be back here in 2 weeks. It's a bunch of bull crap. And he's like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm like, all right, I'll see you in 2 weeks. I remember walking out the door. I'm like, I'll be back. This is ridiculous. And that was in March. That was the weekend after the state wrestling tournament. And we never came back. So that sucked.
Yeah.
So, to college decisions.
Wait. No. Hold on. No. So you had a senior year, which is supposed to be, quote unquote, the most fun year, right? It still was. Okay, good. You're supposed to have your senior prom. You have your senior days, all that bullshit, senior skip, whatever the fuck the high schools did.
I gotta tell you. Okay, keep going.
So when you left in March of 2020, the school stayed closed for the rest of the year.
We went online.
Yeah, there was no in person.
Bro, how bad? What was? You know what? Because
we didn't do shit.
Yeah, and I can't imagine, especially as seniors. Dude, my English teacher, I graduated in 2008. My English teacher, we had research papers, and she just gave it up. I don't think anyone actually completed a full research paper.
No, I want to know what this
was before online.
Because I saw the videos. I saw like how kids were, I guess they were being affected intellectually, like with their school. They weren't learning as much. But I don't think I've ever spoken to someone who was in high school when it happened. So what was that like to go for a solid 3.5 years of normal, and then all of a sudden now you're on fucking online? You probably have no motivation. You're pissed off because it's your senior year. Like, what was the fucking vibe there? So,
yeah, I mean, all right, everybody can't see each other. Like, I mean, obviously in the heart of this, nobody knew anything about what was going on, which, in retrospect, nobody knew shit. Well, people knew stuff months before, but declined to say anything to jeopardize health, whatever. We all just went online. Like, I didn't really see my friends for, like, at least a month. Like, everybody was just posted up, doing nothing. Like, everybody was just checking on. Like, my teachers would be like, everybody good? Everybody good? All right, yep, see you later. See you tomorrow.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, oh, yeah. My teachers were chill. My teachers were fucking great.
Yeah, because there was a free vacation for them, too.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
I don't have to grade papers? Cool.
Joe, please take out your pencil and write me a fucking essay on some stupid book that nobody read, and everybody's looking up the Spark Notes about 5 minutes before the thing's due, and blah, blah, blah. So anyways, we did that. And then I'd say they kept giving us, like, okay, we might be coming back in 2 weeks. Everybody prepare. And I was like, nah, we're not coming back. Okay, we might still have prom. No, we're not having prom.
Yeah, prom's the last thing before going back to class.
Yeah. Oh, are we going to have a graduation? Because all these schools around us were like, no graduation, virtual, come pick up your diploma, we'll send it to you or whatever. And it was just like, oh, man, like, we just want to see our friends, blah, blah, blah. So I'd say probably by, like, end of April, I'd go hang out at my buddy's house, or he'd come over, and we would just chill in the driveway, like, outside. Like, we didn't know anything still. And then end of May was when we were supposed to have prom originally. And my buddy had a shore house, and I got in a lot of trouble with my parents this weekend.
Worth it.
Yeah.
Worth it.
But boy, was it a good weekend. So
can you spill the deets?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let's go. All right,
so it's like 3 months. We hadn't seen anybody. My parents are fine. Like, all my buddies' parents were like, everybody's good. And my buddy's like, yo, like, even though we're not doing prom, like, we should still do prom weekend. And I was like, yeah, dude, yeah, we have to. We have to do it. We have to do it.
Times.
We have to do prom weekend. So I told, like, I've never lied to my parents, like, ever. But, like, my mom, specifically, sorry, Mom. She was like, all right, like, I'll let you go. It's my buddy's shore house. We partied there, maybe a little too early in high school, like, almost every weekend down the shore in Lavalette. And my buddy's dad, I had to keep the house. I was that trusted. He's like, yo, Jay, here's a key. Don't fuck anything up. Blah, blah, blah. You're like a son to me, bro. So we end up going down, and I had, this is my fatal mistake. I had an iCloud with my family, but I was just putting stuff in my notes. Like 30 packs of beer and meat, buns, chips, whatever. Here's what the boys are bringing. Here's what the girls are bringing. And, like, I guess I was making edits. I was making edits in my notes. And I guess my mom was getting notifications like, Justin edited the notes page. And she went on, like, this was like a day before we had to leave, too. She was like, who the hell are the girls? And I was like, no, I just blew my weekend. I ended up going. It was guys, girls. Another friend group was like down the road. They were doing the same thing. So we had a fucking huge party at my buddy's house. It was like 60 plus people in the heart of COVID. Nobody's there.
It's dead down.
It's dead. People were in the street. It was great. We had speakers in the house. It was fucking crazy. But that when I think of college and I think of prom and people are like, oh man, you probably got screwed. I'm like, we had all summer long too. All summer long we had parties like that.
Yeah, because it was dead. It was still dead.
Yeah.
People started coming back out.
It was all, and then it was
still dead.
And then it was prom weekend, and then it was graduation parties, and then people started throwing parties outside. So I'm like, fuck yeah! And then my dad rented a house down the shore, and I had all my friends. That was the best summer,
dude.
Best summer,
dude. Honestly, from all that, just knowing you, I feel like that is such a Justin way to get in trouble is to have a notification that you're updating notes. Like that's just for me. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
that's great.
Dude, I felt terrible.
That also shows the generation gap. I had flip phones with T9 Word and no fucking cloud. That's funny. That's such great. A big. How old are you?
23.
I'm 34.
Bro, dude, dude. I'm telling you,
I'll be 35 in July.
He's not even the youngest person on our team.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty young though. But
you are fucking. Yeah, it's a good thing. You're a man though. You're a young man.
But no, that was the best summer.
Yeah.
And I will say, I was always the organizer too. Like I was always the buddy. I was always the guy that's like, yo, let's have a party. My one buddy would always be the host, but he was just smoking too much fucking weed in high school. So I'd always be like, all right,
I got this.
We got this team coming. You know, we got this group coming. I'll organize it. Like I was always friends with all the parents, so I orchestrated.
You were inviting the parents. Yeah. Hey, John, Debbie, why don't you come over?
No, but like I'd always be the one to like arrange everything.
Yeah.
We were all legal.
This is of age drinking.
Of age drinking.
Allegedly.
This happened 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago. I got held back. But yeah, no, that was.
Yes. There's some good times and shitty times.
Bro, well, did that extend into or by the time you were in college, this shit was probably back to
No, I got fucked again in college.
Yo, what?
So, continuing to college, I decide in March. Well, actually, what brought me to JMU? Let me go back.
Back to the original question.
Let me go back. This is gonna keep.
Welcome to the podcast.
My girlfriend thinks I have ADD because I just go off and
no, but when there's
Trump calls it the weave.
The weave. But hold on though,
that's right.
When there's a reason, like when there's a reason that you have to go back to like clarify on something.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter which way you go.
No.
If you need to clarify, you gotta clarify.
So, anyways, my one buddy who was a captain of my wrestling team, and he was also a Little League baseball coach.
Okay.
He was like, he's 31, so he's like 7-8 years older than me. He like took us under his wing. He's like another brother. He went to JMU, so he'd always come back on break and like stop by our pool and hang out and tell us like the crazy stories that how much fun he was having there. And I was like, yo, I gotta go check it out. So I ended up going there. My top choice was JMU. My second was Charleston, which my younger brother's at. And,
it's nice down there.
It's nice. It was my second choice. City wasn't really for me. I wanted a main campus.
You're talking about West Virginia, right?
Charleston.
Yeah, Charleston, West Virginia.
South Carolina.
Oh, isn't Charleston also West Virginia?
There is, and there's a casino there, and I went there a year ago. Horse betting. You could bet on horse racing at that casino. In fact. Anyways, it was that, and then it was West Virginia was my third option, which I went there for a weekend. My senior year, the place is a fucking dump. It's a big party school, but I thought the place was a shithole. And then some other schools. But I went to JMU, toured the campus, loved it. It's very, very... Look it up. It's a beautiful campus. Probably...
Isn't it pretty old, the school?
Oh, yeah, it's old.
I will look it up right now.
I can't tell you year, but it's also developed hugely in the past couple decades. So I decided there in the middle of March in COVID, and then fast forward to my first 2 weeks, it was like no holds barred. Everybody was
1908.
Yeah, I knew it was early 1900s. Fast forward, move in. I live in a dorm with 5 roommates. So it was like this. We had a small common room, probably half the size of this living area, and like 3 doors. And it was awesome. I had a good experience with my roommates there. But anyways, 2 weeks in, COVID was still a thing. Nobody was getting tested. 2 weeks in, there was over like 2,000 COVID cases because it's fucking college and everybody's just going to go wild.
There's also they've just been pent up for a year.
Exactly.
So.
Like, what do you think was going to happen?
Yeah, but dude, like, hold on a second. You think about it. What the fuck are those kids doing? They know they don't give a shit. They weren't a party. If they really cared, they wouldn't have partied. So then when you got sick, who knows? Maybe you had the fucking cold or you had the flu, bro, and you're gonna really get tested. Like, get the fuck out of here. Just stay home, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, COVID 2020.
And also COVID, and for young kids, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-olds, what's going to happen? Likely...
They get to skip class.
Nothing.
Likely nothing. So 2 weeks in, we get a notification, you're all getting sent home. Anybody in the dorm, freshmen, are getting sent home. Time to go home. So we end up going home for a fucking entire month, which absolutely freaking sucked. Because it was like, 2 weeks in, and now we're getting sent home. Like, are you kidding me? We had the option to stay, but stay and go fully online and have limited food and not do anything. So I was like, okay, I'll go home. And then we got back. Everybody got tested, and it was good. And the second semester was fine. Made it through.
Weird times.
So, yeah. It was crazy.
Didn't they almost like kick you out because you wouldn't get the vaccine?
So I had the option of partaking in this
experimental drug.
That's one way to put it. Yes, and I just didn't because I like to think things through, and I think it was too rushed, and I don't like making a rushed decision, especially with something that I have no idea what the consequences are. And
yeah, I almost died from the experimental drug.
Yeah, why don't you tell that story?
So I got it on like a Thursday.
Which one?
J&J.
The one shot.
The one shot. I got it because it was one shot, and then that was the first one that they pulled. Because
that's right, they did pull that.
And then the cardiologist I went to was like, "You're fine, don't worry about it." I did a stress test, and I was like, "Whatever."
They don't stress test.
It doesn't. They
don't really do shit.
It does nothing. Anyway, at that point, it was already 6 months after I had my issue, but I got it like on a Thursday. I didn't train for a couple of days, and then I went back on like a Monday or Tuesday, and I rolled up into a ball. Like, you saw the videos of people just collapsing. I would have done that if I wasn't already on the ground laying. I just rolled up into a ball.
Holy shit!
I remember
what was happening.
Everything in my body hurt. It was just like I don't know how to describe it. I think I had myocarditis, something like that, along those lines. Just everything hurt. It like started from my heart and just spread out to everything.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it was bad.
You're probably having like a.
I was having some serious issue. Yeah, it was really bad. And I went inside out. Yeah, well, I survived, so
that's good, bro.
But I was rolling with Antoine, and I don't know what was going on, and all of a sudden I just felt it, and I was like, I don't know what this is. I didn't have the energy. Normally I would just tap. Hold on a second, I'm not feeling good. I didn't even have the energy to do that. Like, I just rolled up into a ball. Yeah, so you're right. You made the right decision.
Fuck, dude.
My grandparents were 90, 91, 90 in the 90s at that time, and so I was getting pressure from my family. Like, you got to protect them, blah, 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 whatever. And I was getting forced with work too.
And it stinks because, like, originally, that's the whole thing. Like, okay, the lie that they told us was if you get it, it can't be transmissible. Transmissible. Which it totally was, and it actually got you more sick. And that's all facts, by the way.
Yeah.
But it sucks because people would be put in a position like that. We're like, okay, I'm going to lose my job. I might kill my grandparents. I might kill my family. I might as well get it. Everybody else is like... It's I don't blame anybody for getting it. I don't, because the amount of pressure and everything. But I was willing to get kicked out of school for it.
Yeah, it's worth it.
And straight. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything, right?
Yeah.
So you stood for your values there.
And I also found out after, since all this, have you heard of the motherfucker gene? Gary Brecker talks about it all the time.
MTHFR.
Yeah.
MTHFR. Yeah.
So there's 3 strands of it. The more you have of it, the higher you have risk of reactions to vaccines. And I have 2 of the 3 strands.
Whoa.
So my mom...
Please expand upon this.
Yes.
I don't know as much at it. You got to look into the details. But so my mom got everyone in the family tested, and I had 2 of the 3 genes, and talking with her and the people she's working with, it's like, knowing what I know now is I wouldn't have vaccinated you because you're like, if you have none, you have lower risk of vaccine injuries. If you have 1, slightly higher. 2 is like you really should be cautious, and 3 is like no. So at least that's my very rough understanding of it. So
now,
Motherfucker.
is this just general vaccines or is this mRNA vaccines?
I think general
specifically?
vaccines.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit they don't really research on reactions to shit
How
like
do
that.
you get your genes tested?
Um,
Because I want to get my genes tested, just for
Let's see.
like supplement reasons and like
Yeah, so
how I
gene-
can optimize.
gene
Yeah, that makes sense.
Genetic Protocol is the company that we used, and so that company. What annoys me with these companies is like, okay, we're gonna do this for you, and then we're gonna give you the whole thing of the supplements you need. And it's all their shit. They're just selling you overpriced stuff.
They're
Instead, go to
upselling.
Honest Supplements.
Hey, shout out up Honest Supplements. My boy Joe talks about it all the time.
That's the sponsor of the show, baby.
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So most of the stuff that came on my list, I was already taking: magnesium, D, K2,
Zinc.
yeah,
Zinc. Vitamin D.
yeah. So,
Take it all.
but Genetic Protocol is the name of that company. There's a bunch of them out there. It's you get your genetic makeup.
Hold on a second.
is really
though.
good.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna cut you off there because what's coming into my mind right now, and this is probably completely left field. 23andMe, right? Your ancestry.
Oh, they got sold the data. Is that what you're bringing up?
But do you want to know the theory behind it? And it's such a sick theory.
Let's hear it.
They're trying to find the bloodline of they're trying to trace back bloodlines of people who are related to the chosen, like the elites type shit.
The actual
or like kings, and all that.
Jesuits?
Yeah, or just who's like passed down from kings and all this shit. And I heard
that's
that, and I was
kinda
like,
cool.
and I was like, all right, I don't know.
I'm sorry,
I don't know
misspoke.
if that's true, but
I
I
have
can see
3
it.
of 5, not 2 of 3. There's 5 different genes. So
Jesus.
that top
Still
one
60%.
is you see on this side here is the MTHF, methylfolate complex twice daily. But there's 5 of them. No, there's 7. Math and public is never
Bro,
fun.
There's
There's 7. There's 7. There's
3 of 5,
there's
5 of
absolutely
7.
fucked.
There's 7 of them, and I have 3.
Are you sure there's not 10 and you have 8?
Can you count that top? There's 7, right?
Now let me ask you a question.
I hate math, dude. I can do fucking algebra 2, algebra
Where the
3,
fuck am I
calc
looking?
1, 2,
Wait,
and 3.
Dude, there's definitely more than 7 here.
There's a lot of green on that screen, brother.
Hey! Zoom out.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
You,
What are you from New
see
York?
this, you see this tab?
Yes.
Talking about.
Okay. You see how that one's a different one? So these down here go with this one. Is this.
So it's not each individual one.
There's those are 7 different types in.
Oh,
in
1,
that
2,
category.
3, 4, 5. Okay, it was color coordinated. Okay.
The color coordinated is if you have it or not. And I think yellow is like you might. It doesn't have a good signal. I don't know.
You have 3, 7. Okay, not bad.
Have you done a cleanse at all?
No, I haven't done it. No.
They got
wanting to.
They got one thing wrong here though. You're not a male.
Did you get it? Did you get it? You didn't get it, right?
What?
The vax?
No.
All right, chill, dude. Fuck.
Don't insult him like that.
No, I
Calm down,
didn't.
Jordan.
I know a lot of people did, but I didn't get
Yeah,
it. No.
I didn't get it. Most of my family got it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm like
Big
you said,
arm.
like what you said is like it's not like I'm not like wishing that bad shit happened.
No,
I don't make fun of it but I'm just saying like
no, I don't. I know too many people who got it, which I was.
A lot of people got it.
Yeah.
dude. Fucking
I was scrolling through all my results.
no, but hold on. Back to the thing. Do you think that they're doing that? Obviously, it's just to see your genetic makeup, obviously. But do you think the 23andMe? Do you think there's another thing behind it?
Probably. There's always something.
There's always something, bro. They keep
I mean,
your data.
why do you think you get free email? Because they steal your data.
Dude, that's 100%.
Yeah. So there's
100%.
listen.
I mean,
you
yeah.
paid for the DNA results and all that, your genetic results and all that stuff. But
How many things do you think we agree to when we agree to terms and services on Apple that we
Everything.
don't read?
Let's track you. We're gonna fucking track your search history. We're gonna track your friends. We're gonna track your contacts. We're gonna track your location. We're gonna track everything.
Everything, right? Yeah.
But you know what? If you have an iPhone, you have to assume that you're actually going to be getting tracked on everything.
100%. Even if you turn off the fucking location, they can find you.
yeah, just because you turn it off doesn't mean
yeah,
it's turned off.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is like, say even if you use like encrypted apps like Signal, they can still have an app on your phone.
Who do you think created Signal, bro? The government, for sure.
Yeah, but say Signal is actually secure, but it doesn't matter because they can just have a app running on your phone that just records your screen.
Yeah,
the only thing that's secure is the app itself. But it still displays on your phone, which they can just do a screen recording app.
Did you hear that? Like, if you're, even if that phone, like, where's my phone? My phone's over there, I think. I don't know where the fuck my phone is. But your phone's right here. Like, so if we were to all have a conversation right now, and this phone's right here, for them not to be able to pick up, right, through the microphone, we'd probably have to be in the bathroom, like, turn the shower on so there's noise and speak really low or something like that. Because like when like a news story comes out and they have recordings of what people said, and you're like, how the fuck did they get that? Like, did someone wear a bug? It's like, no, it's right through there.
Everything with the phone, yep.
It's right through there. They don't even know it. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's a crazy world we live in.
Love it,
COVID
though.
2020 graduation.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Recording phones. Nudes leaked everywhere, Joe. Watch out.
Yeah. I've got no.
Remember when I showed you like 2 weeks ago? What my buddy sent me? Oh, that sounded really weird.
Yeah, hold on a second.
Hold on,
Time out. There's nothing to do with nudes. This is nothing to do with nudes. That was horrible timing. That was horrible timing.
Joe's chocolate starfish is everywhere.
I said it was nothing to do with nudes.
I'm not even going to bring it.
Okay, and on that...
We're going to have to cut that out. We're going to have to cut that out.
And on that bombshell, anyone watch Top Gear?
What?
Top Gear?
They're coming back, right?
I think they're ending their show. They had their spin-off, the Grand Tour on Prime. I think they're finishing it up.
The only Top Gear.
Top Gear on the BBC?
Yeah, Top Gear on the BBC was my
Back in the
go-to.
day, yeah.
Fuck yeah. I love the British dudes, not the fucking American one. The American one didn't do well.
Yeah.
Bro.
Damn, that was bad timing.
What do you mean?
It was perfect timing.
I'll show you later. This is not any nudity content. Just an inside joke.
Yeah, no. But, yeah.
Yeah, we need to wrap it up because I got to go pack.
You gotta wrap it. What is it?
Damn.
Dude, we've been going for a while now. How long have we been going for?
An hour.
Oh. Look at that. I honestly thought it was longer.
Timmy's going to Italy right now. We definitely gotta get you back on.
Yeah,
though.
man,
Absolutely. Because this one, I
can keep going, bro.
No. I said no. Let's keep going a little bit more.
Okay.
It's only been an
if
hour.
he needs to go, let him go. Let him go. He's going away tomorrow.
No, we're good.
I thought we were going for a lot longer.
No. It's all good. Let's cut it there.
Okay.
Yeah, let's cut it.
You're the host.
We'll cut it there. But we'll get you back on for a second time. All right?
Absolutely.
But we appreciate you coming out here because you did really help us. Well, one, I wanted to have you on. Two, thank you for being flexible to come out because we usually don't. We used to do Wednesdays used to be the recording when I was a bartender, but it's no longer. So thank you for being able to do it on the week. Thank you for being able to do it on the week. We had to get a couple episodes in before this guy goes off to the motherland, which he still doesn't know, but I'm hopping on the plane with him.
He's going in my luggage.
Yeah, I'm going in your luggage. I won't, dude. I can just drop me off. I'll survive. I won't be in your head. I still want to know what fucking pictures you're about to show me after the show.
I'm not showing you any pictures. It was a funny DM.
Oh, okay. Got it now. Got it.
Everyone's gonna be wondering what the fuck is that about.
God, it was the worst timing ever.
Dude, it's all good.
I think it's the best timing.
Best timing. We'll get you on part 2. We'll do it on a weekend. Get fucking hammered and.
I'm down for that.
You
Next
cigar
time,
guy?
Oh fuck yeah.
Okay.
I'm not a cigar guy, but I love a nice cigar.
Wait.
Yeah. So you'll smoke a cigar with
Fuck
us?
yeah.
Okay. We'll do in the garage with the cigars. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. We'll go to his place.
I'm right by the sinkhole.
Oh my gosh. Fuck, really?
Yeah, right by it.
What's going on with that, man?
We're
gonna go all night, people.
it should be 2 lanes westbound should be open by the time I get back from Italy.
Yeah, it should be until
And
the
then,
fucking New Jersey Department of Transportation fucks something up, and then it's another 3 weeks. And then they got to build a bridge.
That's if people show up to do work. There's fucking 50 people there all the time. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, so
Let's go.
next time we'll do it over cigars, have some fun.
I'm down. I'm gonna bring my pipe. I found another person at work that smokes pipes and is really into it, so we got another pipe smoker. That sounded horrible. Anyway, I love that you do this now. I love that I got you into that. I gotta teach you that off air. Anyway, folks, very fun but dysfunctional group of people here. Myself, I'm referring to. Thank you for watching episode 170. Thanks for coming on, bro. We'll get you another one.
Thanks for having me.
Hold on, we got to end it the right way. You got any words for us to take away?
Yeah, words of wisdom, bro. We usually, that's right. Thank you. I forgot. We do let our guests say one last thing that they want to say.
Anything you want to end it on? Any takeaways? Any wisdom you want to bestow upon our audience?
Be nice to somebody that you've never met before. How's that?
I like that.
Or they don't talk to it enough. Say something encouraging.
I like that.
How's that?
It's good.
Why not? Be nice.
Be
a
nice.
nice guy.
Be a nice guy. Love it.
We'll see you next time.
You heard it. You heard it from Tonka himself, baby. Justin Hyde. Be nice. Be encouraging.
And have a nice
Buon
night.
viaggio. Have a good night. Episode 173. We'll see you next week.
Out.